Conditionals. Read the sentences. Which suggests a possible situation? Which suggests an imaginary situation?
If I had a job, I would have no time to study. If you stay up too late, you will be tired in the morning.
These are conditional sentences. The conditional shows a connection between a cause and an effect. The cause is given in an if clause, and the result is given in a result clause. This sentence suggests that the condition or situation is possible. In contrast, this sentence suggests that the condition and its result are imaginary. We use different grammar depending on whether we're talking about a situation that is real or unreal. Real conditionals. We use real conditionals when there is a real possibility that a situation and its result will happen. Listen to the example.
If I drink some coffee, I will feel more awake.
When a situation is real or possible, we use the present tense in the if clause. In the result clause, we use will plus the base form of the verb. In conditional sentences, we can also put the result clause at the beginning of the sentence and the if clause at the end of the sentence. In this case, we do not use a comma to separate the two clauses. We can use real conditionals with other modal verbs in order to express different kinds of possible results. In the following examples, what functions does each modal show? We often use can to show ability. We use might to show possibility. And we can use should to give advice. With present real conditionals, we can also describe a situation and result that normally happen. In this case, we use the present tense in both the if clause and the result clause. Unreal conditionals. We use unreal conditionals to show that a condition and its result are not true or are imaginary. Listen to the example.
If you drove a truck, you would spend more money on gas.
When something is imaginary, we use the past tense in the if clause. In the result clause, we use would plus the base form of the verb. This sentence is an example of a present unreal conditional. The sentence expresses that, in reality, the speaker does not drive a truck now, so he or she does not currently have to spend more money on gas. We can also use unreal conditionals to talk about an imaginary situation in the future. This is called the future unreal conditional. Note that the grammar is the same. We still use the past tense in the if clause, and we can use would or might in the result clause. Past unreal conditionals. We use past unreal conditionals to show that a past condition and its result are not true or are imaginary. In this case, the grammar changes again. Listen to the example.
If I had started earlier, I would have finished earlier.
In this sentence, the reality is I did not start earlier, and as a result, I finished later than I wanted to. This conditional expresses a regret about the past. To express a past unreal conditional, we use the past perfect in the if clause and would have plus the past participle in the result clause. When using the past unreal conditional, we may also use the modal verbs could or might to show ability or possibility. When we are deciding which conditional to use, we have to think about the time something happens. Is it in the present, future, or past? We also need to consider whether the condition and the result are possible or imaginary. Let's review. What grammar do we use for each of the conditionals in the if clause and the result clause? For the present or future real conditional, we use the present tense in the if clause and the present or future in the result clause. In addition to will, we may use can, might, or should. For unreal conditionals in the present and future, we use the past tense in the if clause and would or might in the result clause. Finally, for past unreal conditionals, we use the past perfect in the if clause, and we can use would have, could have, or might have plus the past participle in the result clause. Read the sentences and choose the correct answer. Which conditional does each sentence use?
If we go downtown, we'll go to the museum. This is A, the present real conditional. If I had known, I would have helped you. This is B, the past unreal conditional. If I were you, I would go to the doctor. This is B, the future unreal conditional.